was wrong. I think you were right. And all my angry words, well, they keep me up at night. And through the old screen door, I can still hear you say, honey, won't you stop treating me this way? If you could only see what love has made of me, and I no longer be in your mind, the difficult kind, 'cause babe, I've changed. Tell it to me slow, tell me with your eyes. If anyone should know how to let it slide, I swear that I can see you coming up the drive. And there ain't nothing like regret to remind you you're alive. If you could only see what love has made of me, and I no longer be in your mind, the difficult kind, 'cause babe, I've changed. And I crossed the canyon 1,000 times, never notice what is mine. What you'll remember of me tonight, well, it almost makes me cry. Yeah, it almost makes me cry. Oh, ball-breaking moon, ridiculing stars. The older I get, the closer you are. Don't you have somewhere that you need to be? Instead of hanging here, making a fool of me. If you could only has made of me, and I no longer be in your mind, the difficult kind, but you don't see the change in me. No, if you could only see what love has made of me, and I no longer be in your mind, the difficult kind, but you don't see the change in me, the good in me. No, 'cause babe, I've changed. 'Cause babe, I've changed. Nice. Your guitar, Dinah? Thank you so much.
Here's a hymn to welcome in the day, heralding the summer's early sway, and all the bulbs all coming in to begin. Thrush's bleeding battle with the wren disrupts my reverie again. Making clothing on the line, training jasmine how to vine up the arbor to your door, and more. Standing on the landing with the war you shouldered all the night before. Once upon it, yellow bonnets, garland all the lawn. You were waking, day was breaking, a panoply of song. Summer comes to Springville Hill. A barony of ivy in the trees, expanding out its empire by degrees, and all the branches burst to bloom in the boom. Heaven sent this cardinal maroon to decorate our living room. Once upon it, yellow bonnets, garland all the lawn. You were waking, day was breaking, a panoply of song. Summer comes to Springville Hill. Years from now, when this old light isn't ambling anymore, will I bring myself to ride? Give my best to Springville Hill. Once upon it, yellow bonnets, garland all the lawn. You were waking, day was breaking, a panoply of song. Summer comes to Springville Hill. Summer comes to Springville Hill.
Is that nice?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The thing about, and thanks for sitting through the world premiere of the video. The thing about doing something like that, you know, at our age is we're not sure why we did it. So we had to have somewhere to release it, and you're it. So. And I just want to mention, because you'll be the only people that know this. Nobody that watches this on YouTube will know this. The soundtrack for that, you know, when you make a video, you're already using a song that's recorded. We weren't playing live, and in fact, it's off our record that was recorded at Owl Studios. Dale Adkins, who's here tonight, is our recording engineer, did a great job. That's what you heard. So, actually, that's not true of that song, but you know, it could have been true because we've recorded a lot with you. But the bottom line is we already had the song, and then we're filming around that. And so on the record, you know, I played a lot of the guitars and bass and things like that, and we had a drummer. Well, when we went to make it, I couldn't be playing all these instruments. So the guys from Finley's Wood Shop, and I don't know if they're here tonight, but that's the band. They happen to be musicians, and they stood up, and one of them plays drums, and one plays guitar, and one plays bass.
Dan's a home builder, and these are his cabinet guys that are the band, and they were great. They were just great. Matter of fact, one of my friends saw the video and goes, I think I've seen that guy. Does he play in a band in Portland?
He does.
Well,
now.
he might, yes. That's right.
So thanks everybody for coming out tonight. This is really great that so many people came out and didn't stay home and watch TV and, you know, supporting live music. So give yourselves a big hand here. It would be a lot different. Imagine what it would be like if you weren't here, and it's really different. And I also want to thank Hank Horner up there doing sound. It would be a lot different if he wasn't here, too, so give him a big hand. And another kudo to Carol and Eric for saving this old theater and remodeling, because it would be really different if it wasn't here and we were trying. So give them a hand, please.
Okay. So, just a reminder, sweetheart, we were either going to talk or we were going to play.
That's right.
So as many songs as we can.
Let's play.
Okay, go.
My name is Doris Dean. I was born in 1917. I turned 90 years old today, or it could have been yesterday. I really couldn't say. My mother named me Doris Dean for a trick rider she'd seen at some kind of old-time Wild West show. It was part circus, part rodeo. Don't have those anymore. That's something that I wish I'd seen. The brave and beautiful Doris Dean perform feats of courage and grace, and never break a sweat, every hair in place. Wish I could learn to ride like that in a split skirt and star-spangled cowboy hat, and maybe everything would have turned out differently for me. Doris Dean McConaughey. Farming beans out in Oregon got us through the Depression. Then the winter I turned 23. I married Robert McConaughey, ran the cannery. 3 months later, maybe 4, Rob went off to fight the big war. Shot down on the Sea of Japan, or so said the telegram I got from Uncle Sam. That's something that I wish I'd seen. The brave and beautiful Doris Dean perform feats of courage and grace, never break a sweat, big smile on her face. Wish I could learn to ride like that in a satin shirt, a star-spangled cowboy hat, and maybe everything would have turned out differently for me. Doris Dean McConaughey. Sometimes I lie here thinking sometimes I just lie, pretend that there's some greater plan. It's not my place to wonder why. Oh, but 90 years later, I must petition my creator. Is this all there is, this hill of beans, for the lesser of two Doris Deans? 'Cause that's something that I wish I'd been, the brave and beautiful Doris Dean, who could look back with courage and grace and see my ordinary life was no disgrace. Sure, I could learn to ride like that, though I'd probably do without the cowboy hat. But still, maybe then I'd see it all differently. And me, Doris Dean McConaughey, Doris Dean McConaughey.
That was a song that Kristen wrote, and it was on our last CD, and it's the one that got her invited down to, well, it's one of two that got her invited down to Kerrville for the National New Folk Songwriting Contest.
Thank you.
So we too wanted to enter the saddest song contest, and we're pretty sure this wins it hands down right here.
It's kind of a happy ending, though.
Because it's a big breakup thing. Well, yeah, they didn't say it had to be sad all the way through. So it's sad in the beginning, and then, you know, there's redemption. So in this world of where everybody texts all the time, and so we just talk in acronyms now, and so this song is sort of about that. Well, it ain't his fault that she went AWOL, 'cause he tried everything from A to Z. Now it's J and B, M&M's and KFC, just trying hard to make himself believe. But it ain't no BFD, 'cause he's got CMT, no SEX. But that's okay, at least he ain't no SOB, like that PhD that took his ex and ran off to LA.
She liked CNN, made fun of his TNN.
She always called it E-I-E-I-O.
Now their love is a R.I.P., but at least he's a F-R-E-E.
And he ain't crying on his P-I-L-L-O. But it ain't no BFD, 'cause he's got CMT, no SEX. But that's okay, at least he ain't no SOB, like that PhD that took his ex and ran off to LA. One night he ordered pizza for some R&R with the NFL, when a delivery girl named Lisa stole his heart when she rang his bell. Now they're in LUV, and it's XTC, no SEX yet, but that's A-OK. Feels like a VIP with all of her TLC and ASAP. She'll be his fiancée, and that's a BFD.
OMG.
In a real big way.
And now back to our regularly scheduled 4 Food Groups of Misery songs. Northbound 35 through the iron hills under infidel skies. It's 200 miles to drive, but you won't be home. Now I saw an else-bound train on the overpass in the driving rain, and every ticket costs the same to where you can't go. Mustang horses, champagne glasses, anything for red, anything white. It's the price of living motion. What's beautiful gets broken, and grace is just a measure of fall. So I rolled into your town, past the smokestacks and your docks down off of Main, and the sky spun around with her diamonds on fire. We fought half the night, then we danced in your kitchen, and you were as much in my hands as water or darkness, or nothing can ever be held. Mustang horses, champagne glasses, anything for real, anything wild. It's the price of living motion. What's beautiful gets broken, and grace is just a measure of fall. It's flashes that we own, little snapshots made from breath and from bone, and out on that darkling plain alone, they light up the sky. And on 51 headed south, ain't it funny how these things will turn out? I never even kissed you on the mouth when we said goodbye. When we said goodbye, Mustang horses and champagne glasses, anything frail, anything wild. It's the price of living motion. What's beautiful gets broken, and grace is just a measure of fall. And grace is just the measure of fall. another debut is the guitar Dan's playing. He carved it from a single block of Adirondack spruce. He actually did make this guitar. He's got an interesting process. It's you acquire the wood in the 1970s and drag it around from place to place, different elevations, different humidity. It survived a flood, is that what you said? Okay, it survived a flood. And then eventually you make it over the course of like 2 weeks. And this is the result. It's a dreadnought. It's a beautiful sounding guitar, and it's never been played in public before. Tonight, now we're discovering that it doesn't always stay in tune very well, but aside from that, it's very attractive. And it's got a great sound.
Exploded yet.
Yeah, right. And everything goes. He's made a number of the instruments up here tonight, but none of the electronic equipment. Is that right, Dan? You didn't actually make any of that. Okay.
So, making everybody do a 30-minute set is kind of hard. We all have to pick the songs we want to put in front of you, and for you, it's kind of like a bicycle tour through a museum. I'm sure you don't really get the full meal of anyone, but you get a little bit of everyone, and I'm glad everybody's getting to hear people they haven't heard before. But we had a request to do this song. We like to play it a lot, so it's a Mark Knopfler song, and it goes like this. Love-struck Romeo sings the streets a serenade. Well, he's laying everybody low, and with the love song that he made, he finds a convenient street light and he steps out of the shade. Says something like, "You and me, babe, how about it?" Juliet says,
"Oh, hey there, Romeo. Well, you nearly give me a heart attack. He's underneath my window, I'm singing a hey la, my boyfriend's back. You know I shouldn't go around just singing up to people like that, but anyway, what you gonna do about it?" Juliet, the dice were loaded from the start, and I bet, and you exploded into my heart, and I forget the movie song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong? Come up on different streets, they were both the streets of shame. Well, they're both dirty, both mean, and the dream was the same. And I dreamed your dream for you, and now your dream is real. How can you turn and walk away like I was just another one of your deals? So you can fall for chains of silver, and you can fall for chains of gold, and you can fall for pretty strangers and the promises they hold. You promised me everything, you promised me thick and thin. Now you just turn away and say, "Oh, Romeo, I think I used to have a scene with him." Juliet, the dice were loaded from the start, and I bet, and you exploded into my heart, and I forget the movie song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong? Can't do the talk like they do on my TV, and I can't sing a love song not the way you sang to me. And I can't do anything, but I'd do anything for you. All I do is miss you and the way it used to be, and all I do is keep the beat and bad company
All I do is kiss you through the bars of this rhyme. And I'd do the stars with you any old time, Juliet. When we made love, you used to cry. You said, I love you like the stars above. Gonna love you till I die. And there's a place for us, a movie song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong. Love-struck Romeo sings the streets a serenade. Well, he's laying everybody low with the love song that he made. And he finds a convenient street light and he steps out of the shade, says something like, you and me, babe, how about it?
I liked the Woodcall brothers' little lesson about putting the emphasis on the right syllable when they were talking about uttered and a turd and all that. And I just wanted to put in a good word for punctuation, too. I think it's even more important if you think about the difference between let's eat, Grandma, and let's eat, Grandma. I didn't really think that one out much there.
Can I get more me in the microphone, please?
Here we go.
Well, if you're going down to New Orleans, baby, won't you take me with you? Well, now I can't stand just sitting around, wonder what it is that you do. And it seems the way that you talk to me ain't like the way you used to. And if things down here don't straighten out, I'm gonna buy myself some new shoes. I'm gonna walk away from your heart. I'm gonna sing my way back home.
Do-do-do-do.
Well, Louisiana and Baton Rouge, Newton town to sing the blues to you. Oh, I call you on the telephone, find out you're not all alone and I'm blue. So walk on down to the Five and Dime to buy some shoes that I look and find today. I got my head held high and I'll never cry. I'm gonna carry on that way. I'm gonna walk away from your heart. I'm gonna sing my way back home. Do-do-do-do. Well, Louisiana and Baton Rouge, Newton town to sing the blues to you. Oh, I call you on the telephone, find out you're not all alone and I'm blue. So walk on down to the Five and Dime, buy some shoes I've been looking fine today. Got my head held high and I'll never cry, gonna carry on that way. Lord, I'm gonna walk away from your heart. I'm gonna sing my way back home. I'm gonna walk away from your heart. I'm gonna sing my way back home. Lord, I'm gonna walk away from your heart. I'm gonna sing my way back home. Do-do-do.
Well, thank you all again. We're going to do one more and then bring up the last act, and we're looking forward to that. They're one of the most unique sounds I've ever heard. I think you're really going to enjoy it. But on a normal night, that would be easy to say about them, but with those first two acts, everything's been unique all night. So I want to thank all the musicians for coming, and all of you for coming once again. We want to remind you that if you've enjoyed us, we're Kristen Grainger and Dan Wetzel, and if you haven't enjoyed us, then we're the Captain and Tennille, a famous duet. Here's a song that Kristen wrote, and this might win the saddest song contest too. You never know.
You know, there's a bunch of people here, I think, that are from my work. And it's not embarrassing myself in front of people I work with that bothers me. It's the looking for the job the next day that really gets me down.
I don't have that problem.
Sing along if you like. When you up and left town, dear, you broke more than my heart. A flat tire on the John Deere, and the Chevy won't start. We made off with our nest egg and our best hired hand. So I guess I'll start drinking till I can no longer stand. And when I'm under the table, I'll be over you. I got a lot of brown liquor for a heart that's so blue. Here's my friend Jack and Daniel to help me get through. When I'm under the table, I'll be over you. Well, there's some that's born pretty with nothing to hide, and there's some keeps their beauty all on the inside. But you were made special, of that there's no doubt. You're pretty but ugly, both inside and out. And when I'm under the table, I'll be over you. Between honor and cherish, looks like you're 0 for 2. Here's my friend Johnny Walker to help me get through. And when I'm under the table, I'll be over you. Fences need mending, and hay bales that need bucking, but you aren't here to tend them. You're out drinking, smoking. We never had parents, we'll never have our own, so just stay where you are send that hired man home. And when I'm under the table, I'll be over you. I got a lot of brown liquor for a heart that's so blue. With my friends Jack and Panda to help me get through. When I'm under the table, I'll be over you and that hired man too. When I'm under the table, I'll be over you. It just breaks my heart. Thank you so much.
Thanks, folks.